Yo, what's up guys, it's me Jake here, and today I'm going to be recording my month of May manga haul. I have gotten a little bit, nothing crazy. It is quite a bit for some people, but I just got a lot of pre-orders. I'm kind of saving up for a computer right now. I did have a Right Stuff package come earlier this month, and I did go to Barnes & Noble a couple times just because I was out there, so I thought why not. I didn't really pick up anything from there, but it was just a bunch of pre-orders and a couple stuff I got early, but let's get straight into it with my Viz section of this manga haul. To get started with my Viz section, this series is going to be coming back soon because there's been a bunch of stuff on Twitter about it. So, that's going to be Hunter x Hunter. I have volumes 1, 2, and 3. I kind of want to start collecting Hunter x Hunter. I've been wanting to collect it for a really long time, but I just didn't know if I really wanted it in my collection because I didn't know if it was going to finish or if it would even get another chapter because, as you know, Yoshihiro Togashi's been on hiatus for like, 5 years since his last chapter, and yeah, so I didn't know if it was going to come back. So now that he's getting another chapter, I'm kind of having some hope for it, but of course I don't think it's going to finish. I think it's going to kind of leave us off on a cliffhanger, but I just want to get it because I really love the spines and I really love Yu Yu Hakusho, and I wanted to support Yoshihiro Togashi. I really love his work, so hopefully I like Hunter x Hunter's manga as much as I like the anime, because I really like the anime. So yeah, also these covers are fire. I really like the covers of Hunter x Hunter, mostly volume 3. I don't know why, this one is just so fire to me, and I really like the multicolored spines too. So yeah. Next up is one I actually got early, and I actually read the other day, and it was really good. That's going to be Imakoi Volume 2. I want to get more into some shoujo stuff. This is one of the things I did pick up for that. I also have Our Horror Ride right here, which I'm going to read soon, but I did read the first one, and now the second one that I got this one early, because this is supposed to come out next Tuesday. But, yeah, I like this volume. It was pretty damn good. Did have a JoJo's reference, which I really did appreciate in here. But, yeah, I really like Imakoi so far, and I think this is going to be one of the shorter ones. I think it might be like 10 volumes at most, if not just a little bit more, like Our Horror Ride with 13. I think this might be around that kind of range. It's really good. It is kind of fast-paced, but otherwise, I really do enjoy this series, and it's really, really good. I love the art style. I know it's kind of a basic kind of shoujo art style sometimes at most points, but I like how, I don't know, I just like it. It just has a nice charm to it for me. I don't know, I don't really read much shoujo, but this is so far so good. So hopefully I enjoy more shoujo in the future. Now, another one that I'm going to say, expect a video on this very soon, because I'm going to be trying to read this soon. That's Frieren Volume 4. I want to give series like 4 to 5 volumes before I actually make a review on them at this point, and Frieren just hit Volume 4, so expect me to make a video on this soon. Hopefully I can make a good thumbnail for it. Seems like one of those series that might be difficult for one, but I really like the art from Volume 1, which I did read, but I also didn't really like the amount of time skips. It was very kind of confusing at points and very difficult to understand, and I don't know if I'm going to enjoy this as much as people do, but I hope I enjoy it as much as people do, because it's just one of those series I want to like, and if I don't like it, it's whatever. I don't really like the spines, I'm gonna be very honest. I really don't like the spines, but yeah, it's just one of those series I want to like, so hopefully I do. Next up is something I expect a lot of you guys are probably picking up, and that's the Death Note short stories. This is such a nice volume. I like the matte cover with the glossy Death Note on it. I really think that's really sick. I like how Viz did that. I even like how the back is very matte other than this part. I also love how they have the Death Note one-shot in here. I really like that one-shot, so I'm happy to see that. I also didn't read any of the other short stories in here other than that, so I actually kind of want to read this now. But I also do want to reread Death Note before I do that, because I've been wanting to reread Death Note. It's just one of those things that I don't know if I want to read something that wordy right now, so hopefully at one point I can get through that, and at one point I will finish this after I reread Death Note. So really excited to read this. I really enjoyed that one shot. I really loved it. I also thought it was funny how Donald Trump was in it, but yeah, really excited to read this in the future, and yeah, it's an amazing cover. I also like, I forgot to say, the apple is also glossy. I think that's really sick. I really like that little touch of detail when they have full matte covers and then parts of it be glossy. Now, we got one I already did make a video on because it's Peak Fiction, and that's Beastars. If you don't know, I love Beastars. I've yet to read volume 17 or 18, but I'm really excited to get into this. I think I might just wait until all 22 volumes are out and then just binge it and reread it, because I loved this story so far. So far, I think it's one of my favorites. It's definitely a top 10, top 5-ish territory for me. I really like how Paru Itagaki is going in this kind of route at the end of Beastars. I like how we're getting to learn a lot more about Legoshi, and I'm really liking how we're kind of seeing the development of Legoshi grow up, and I really like this so far. So hopefully it sticks on that track, because I really like Beastars, and I really think it is one of my favorites right now. If you can't see, I have all of it right here. I just love it. It's really amazing. I think the spines are really nice and unique. I like how it only has one letter be colored, and then the spine number is also different color from that. I just like it. It looks very different, and it is just very nice to have on the shelf because it looks way different from everything else. Next up is something I did read earlier this month, and I was really excited. This is actually where the anime ends off, if I believe. That's My Dress Up Darling Volume 5. Yes, I didn't finish the anime. I wanted to read the manga instead. I just read a couple lines of the manga, and the manga just seemed like better art than the anime had animation, which is kind of crazy because it's Cloverworks, but the art for this is just really, really enjoyable. I really like the characters of Marin and Gojo. It's just a really nice duo. I really just like this rom-com. It is one of my favorites right now, and I just don't like the slow release. This took so long to come out, and I hope Volume 6 comes out very soon. I know it's, I think, August, I believe it comes out, Volume 6. But yeah, I really like My Dress Up Darling. It's really good. I highly suggest this. Wait, this isn't even Viz. I'm just going to keep it in my Viz section. It's Square Enix. I don't care. I know people might be, whoa, it's not Viz. I don't care. I forgot. I put this in my Viz pile, and now it's just going here. I'm sorry. But yeah, great. Pick it up, please. And the last thing on my Viz section is going to be Dragon Quest: The Adventures of Dai Volume 2. Mine is a little bit damaged, if you can see here. It's not bad. It's kind of way worse in person than it shows on camera. But yeah, I really like the anime so far from what I watched. I watched the first 4 episodes, which leads me to about like halfway through the first, I think halfway or a little bit past halfway of the first volume. And I'm going to say this right now. I just know I'm going to like this series. So far, it's just great. It's a blast. It reminds me of early Dragon Ball, like actual normal Dragon Ball, not Z or Super. And it is just one of those fun series, and definitely is very Akira Toriyama kind of art style, if you know what I mean. I know he didn't draw it, but it does it is reminiscent of Akira Toriyama's art style at points. I really like the color pages, and the only thing I could say is I wish these were hardcover, because they are just like a JoJo's volume, but not hardcover, because if you don't know, they have the orange base color pages, if I can find one. They do have like the color pages which are only basically orange. I don't know if I like that, like this, yeah, like this. JoJo's has these all the time, and I don't really like them. I actually kind of hate them, so yeah, that's it. But yeah, I like Dai so far, so I definitely suggest it. The next portion of this video is going to be my 7C section, and to start that off is going to be The Dangers of My Heart Volume 4. An amazing rom-com with the death of having the worst release schedule I've ever seen. It releases like literally twice a year, and I really just, it's depressing. I waited from like September to like this month to get volume 4, and I have to wait till legitimately September again to get another volume. I think it's September. It could be October. I think it most likely is actually October. And it's just depressing to me because it's just such a good series, but I can see why. It is weekly, and it does have like 17 chapters in a volume, so that does make sense because they are short chapters, but I just want more. I like the series so much. I know we're like a little bit behind. I think there's like 7 or 8 volumes, if not more, in Japan, but super good. I highly recommend it, and if you're very patient, then you're gonna like this series, because even if you have to wait, you're going to still like it. I think it's a really good read. I really like the main characters, and I really like the couple it is, and it is one of those short king series, as my man is literally a whole head shorter than the main girl. But yeah, very much enjoy it. I very highly recommend this one. One of my favorite rom-coms, and also my favorite new gen manga. As you probably saw if you watched my most recent video, card's going to be up here, my most recent like new gen manga top 10. It was on there. It's really good. Highly suggest it. Now, one I've been hyping up for a couple weeks now, but I don't see anyone else hyping up, Time Stop Hero. It is one of those ecchi isekais, but it is very, very funny at that. It is very hilarious. I really like the main character in Sekai. I think he is just so great. I think he is just such a good comedic relief character. He reminds me a little bit of Cosmo, but not really at the same time, from Konosuba. And I will say, if you like your ecchi isekai comedies, this is definitely one of the better ones. There's currently 4 volumes out right now. I think there's 7 in Japan, I believe, and I think we have 6 up to pre-order. So I already have 5 and 6 pre-ordered. That's how much I like this series. It is easily in my pre-order rotation. I get excited whenever a new volume drops, and it is very good. So I highly recommend this one. I'm recommending a lot of things that I'm reading, but that's because I only read Peak, I think. So yeah, this is definitely one of them though. The art is actually phenomenal at times. Here's a perfect example. Really good art, but I also can't just like scroll through here without looking because half the panels have naked women, so that does not help me. And this is just like the normal art style, normal character design. It's not the like craziest character design, as you can tell from the cover, but it is very good. I very highly recommend it, and it is very entertaining. Now, for a series I've been really excited for, and I can finally own Volume 1, The Duke of Death and His Maid. I've been really excited for this one. This came in yesterday for me, and I'm going to say this right now. I am very hyped to read this one. I have yet to read this yet because I've been kind of busy, but I'm very excited. I like the art style, and it is just a premise that I think I'll like a lot. I've watched the first episode of the anime to see if I would like this, and I did very much enjoy it. This was a while back when the first episode actually aired. And then, not too long later, 7th season announced they were going to release it. So I went, okay, I'm just going to read this instead. And you know what I did? I am now waiting for more volumes to come out because this is something I really cannot wait to read. And I know I'm going to like. I just know I'm going to like it. I also like how it's not just a basic white spine. It's a black spine with a white text. I just like how it kind of stands out on the shelf because as you can tell from my background, too many manga have white spines. Now this one, I'm going to call you out, Sage. I'm going to say this right now. I've been on this series for a while now, and then you made the review before me, and now I'm kind of depressed. Shiori's Diary. Yes, it is ecchi, and yes, it basically is just hentai. I will very much admit that. It is basically just sex on sex on sex on every single page. But I'm going to say this right now, Sage. I'm so mad. I literally was... I got Volume 2 as released, once it released, and then I read Volumes 1, 2. And then I waited for Volume 3, and I was going to make a review, and then you beat me to it. I am so pressed, and I don't think you understand. But it's okay. It's okay. Now I'm going to be the bandwagoner for having this series. It's okay. I get it. That's it. I found a very confusing Volume 1 until like halfway through. Succubus and Hitman Volume 2. Excited to read this, but I also was very confused at the first volume for the first half of it. So if you are someone that gets easily confused, I don't recommend the series. It was not the best explanations off rip. It actually was quite terrible explanations until literally like I said, halfway or maybe even 3/4 of the way through Volume 1. I didn't understand what the hell was going on. So if you're not into those kind of series, I wouldn't recommend it. But this, I am very excited to read. So I hopefully get more of an explanation to what the hell is going on. But, yeah, I think it's interesting enough to continue, but I don't know if I'm going to love it as much as other series. I'm going to give it like 3 volumes, 4 volumes, and see if I want to continue it from there. If not, I'm probably just going to sell it. Another one, because it's Ghost Ship, and I'm guessing you guys might know this off of my manga haul a couple of months ago. The Witch of Adamas Volume 2. I actually am not going to show that too much. Yeah, it's just like Shiori's Diary. Sex on sex on sex. I actually haven't read this one yet. I know the premise, and the premise is crazy. I don't even think I can say it without getting demonetized, so I'm not going to, but it is crazy. That's it. Now, next up is going to be my novel portion of 7 Seas. It's still 7 Seas, so it's only like 4 novels, and I'm going to get back into manga. But to start off with, we got Mushoku Tensei, Volume 1. I know volumes, I think, 3 and 4 are kind of like impossible to find, so hopefully I can find those. I'm very excited to get into Mushoku Tensei. I've watched the first core of the anime, and I very much enjoyed it. It was Rudius is definitely a weird protagonist. I'm going to say that right now. He is not for everyone. He is definitely a 40-year-old man in a 12-year-old's body trying to pick up 12-year-olds, and I will very much admit he is. But otherwise, the world is interesting, the power system's interesting, and how the world is kind of like shown in the anime was really cool, and I really liked it. And I like how it went through a little bit of different themes with the protagonist's parents and all that. It was kind of interesting, so I hope it continues it in the novel, and I hear the novel just makes Rudius better. Later on, at least, not right now, because I hear it's once he grows, he kind of understands, wow, I messed up. So, yeah, that's it from Mushoku Tensei. I only got novel 1, but on to the next one. Next one is one a couple of my homies actually were talking to me about, and that's going to be Berserk of Gluttony Volume 1. I actually found out about this in a very weird way. I was trying to look up Berserk volumes on Right Stuff, and I accidentally added this to my cart at one point, and I almost bought it. So, yeah, that was when it was not even out. It was out for pre-order, and I'm like, this is just fake Berserk. It's just corny. It's just going to be like,
oh, Black Swordsman, I am now guts.
I thought it was just going to be some whack ripoff, and I'm going to be very honest about that. But I hear it's actually pretty good, so I'm going to give it a try. I know that there's like a weird thing where like some of them actually say 7 seasons instead of Airship. I have an Airship Volume 1, and hopefully I get an Airship rest because I don't want my OCD to kill me. Next up is going to be one of the taller Airship volumes, and this series is literally just like popping out like a volume every month at this point, and I don't get how The Haunted Bookstore Gateway to a Parallel World. I've not even read novel 1, but novel 2 came out and then like 2 months ago, and now novel 3 is coming out, and then novel 4 is coming out in like July. I don't get what's going on, bro. I really don't. Like, how? It's the same thing with another series later down the line. I don't get how this many novels are coming out. Like, how are you actually going to be like translating a novel in that time? I don't get it, but hopefully I enjoy it. The covers are really interesting, and the premise of the whole thing actually sounded really interesting to me, so hopefully it is executed well, and hopefully it is one of the ones I actually enjoy. Now, one I've actually had pre-ordered for a really long time, and now people are trying to get into it because the anime trailer came out. The Tunnel to Summer and the Exit of Goodbyes. I've had this on my pre-order list for months now, and I'm going to say this right now. That anime trailer looks great. I cannot wait for this movie to come out, as it is a one-shot, so it's going to be an anime movie, and I just cannot wait. It looks amazing. Clap Studio, you did great just off the trailer alone. I can tell the animation is going to be amazing. So hopefully they execute the story well. I don't know if I want to read this before I watch it or read it after I watch it. That's my only problem, is if I want to know if I want to read it first or watch it first. But yeah, I've so far not read this, so maybe I'll watch it first, but I don't know. I probably will forget a lot of things that happen if I read this now, so I might read this soon, but I don't want to risk it, so yeah, I don't know yet. I'm going to put this out of order because I'm going to put like all my novels at the end, because I did get a lot of novels this month. So I was going to put like a bunch of random kind of publishers, since I didn't get a lot from these publishers. The first one's Kodansha, I only got 1 volume. That's Sensei's Puisly. I can't say this. I got this, it sounded interesting, it sounded weird, so I want to try it out. The art style is pretty interesting too. I don't know how I'm going to feel about it when I read it, because it does seem very dark. But of course, one of my favorite manga is Shuzo Oshimi, so I'm kind of used to dark stuff. So this is not going to be something crazy, I hope, because if it is, then well, then I did not expect that. But hopefully I enjoy it. I don't hear anyone really talking about it, but the volume by itself looks really good. I really like how it looks, and I cannot wait for more of it to come out, just purely because it looks really nice. And I'm going to say this right now. I know that Kodansha now own vertical, but this is actually one of the only releases that I know from Kodansha that is vertical size, but that means like the same height as Viz, but is wider. It's actually like a Nagatoro volume size if you have Nagatoro, and I think that's interesting. I really like how Kodansha is doing that, so yeah. Now, one that I don't know if you guys knew I pre-ordered, but I know a lot of you probably did, that's going to be Aria the Masterpiece in all of the volumes. This is actually quite heavy. If you don't own them, they're huge, so yeah. I got all the volumes of Aria. I'm really excited to read this, as I hear great things about it. The volumes are a bit bigger than Sig size. They're actually bigger than Prison School volumes. They're like the same height, but they're wider, and they're very thick. You might not think that, but they are very big. I did not expect that when I came into the series. I thought it was just going to be one of those series that's like kind of like Viz size, and then I found out it had French flaps. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe Sig, and then now I notice it's just ginormous, and it is quite heavy. So yeah, I'm really excited to read this. It's one of those series I've been really wanting to get into ever since I pre-ordered it, and yeah, I think these spines are phenomenal. If I can hold, I don't want to drop them. Yeah, that's that. I didn't want to drop them. I can't get new ones, so don't want to damage these. But yeah, Aria the Masterpiece volumes 1 through 7. Now, the next few are a couple novels that I got that were JV Novel Club. That's going to be Faraway Paladin volumes 3. Volume 1, 3, and 3.5. You might be wondering, where's volume 2? I don't know what the hell happened. Volume 2 is just not out yet, and 3 and 3.5 are. There was supposed to be a simul release between volume 3 and 2. Something happened with volume 2, so they released volume 3, and 3.5 comes out June 7th, and we went to Barnes & Noble's the other day, and I picked it up. So, I don't understand what's going to go on, because I literally can't read 2 novels. I'm going to read volume 1 soon, but hopefully volume 2 comes out soon, because this is something I've been really excited to read, and I hear great things about it. My good friend Base Senpai was talking to me about it. He said I should read it. It's like Mushoku Tensei without Rudius being Rudius as the protagonist, so yeah, I'm really excited. It seems really interesting, and I watched the anime for a little bit, and I liked it, so yeah. I do think I have to get a new volume 3, though, because if you can't tell, it is quite damaged, so yeah, hopefully I can get a new one soon. Next up is my Unpressed section, and the first thing I should be showing off in my Unpressed section is Trinity 7 Volume 25. Now I know normal Trinity 7 is going for a crap load right now because Volume 10 is basically impossible to find, and all I gotta do to you guys and show you guys is that I got it right here. I do actually have Volume 10. I'm trying to get risers, so that's why it's behind this, but sorry if that triggered any of you. But yeah, I do have all of Trinity 7, all 25 volumes, but I'm just kind of want to sell it, but don't really because I want to read it first. But I got this a while back. I even have 15.5. I got this a while back when I got it on like a Right Stuff sale. So I got all 23 volumes at the time. Yeah, it was 23 because 24 didn't come out yet. And now Volume 10 is impossible to find. So I'm excited to have it. So yeah. Got Volume 25, really excited to read this. I'm going to be starting it very soon. I've just been on novel binge and I haven't read much manga, but I want to get back more into manga right now, so that's going to be my next thing I do read. And after that, I did get Can't Stop Cursing You Volume 3. I want to wait till Volume 4 comes out because I know it is the final volume, so I'm going to then binge through 1, 2, 3, and 4. And hopefully I enjoy the rest of the series because I loved Volume 1. I thought it was a very interesting premise and it reminded me quite a bit like Death Note. A really interesting story and I really liked the main character, but like I said, Volume 4 is the last one, so hopefully it didn't get canceled, but it probably did, purely because it might have not gotten much sales in Japan, but hopefully it has a good ending because this is something I really, really liked from the get-go. Next up is a hardcover that is confirmed to have the other volumes reprinted. That's Emma. I got Volume 5. I did get this literally the day after I posted my last manga haul. This was in an order that my Emma Volume 3 was in, but this came a day late. It got delayed, so really excited to have this now, and I cannot wait to read this. I want to read all the manga by this manga because she also did Bride's Story. I want to read all of them so I can get kind of a taste of what her stories are like, and I might make a video about all of her series at once, like a tier list or something. But yeah, really excited to have this and really excited to read it. Now, I'm going to give you guys a fair warning. The rest of this video is going to be light novels. I did pick up like at least 15, 20 light novels, so just a fair warning. Starting off the light novel haul though, ReZero 3 and 4. I got these for buy one get one half off, so I really wanted these. I was in Newbury Comics and they said buy one get one half off for all manga novels, graphic novels, all that. So I saw 3 and 4 and I knew I had volumes 1 too, so I went, okay, I'm buying these. So yeah, that's what I did. Because Newbury Comics is right next to my Barnes & Nobles, if you guys don't know that. But yeah, I'm really excited to have these. Cannot wait to get into this. I really love the anime for ReZero, one of my favorite animes of all time, and I cannot wait to read the novels. I hear it just is better and better and better. So I hear the arcs are just amazing. So yeah, that's ReZero 3 and 4. Next up, kind of in the same branch as Mushoku Tensei, Orc Eroica. I can never say this name because it's not erotica, but it's made by the author of Mushoku Tensei. That's the reason I got this. I hear if you kind of read the premise from AniList and you think it's funny, you'll like it, and I thought the premise of on AniList is very funny. Talking about AniList, if you have not followed me on AniList, link in the description below. But yeah, if you want to hear anything about this, just go on AniList and look at the description. If you think it's funny, you'll probably enjoy it. That's what I've been hearing, so cannot wait to get into novel 1, and it's pretty much a small one. I can probably read this in one sitting, so I might get volume 2 as well soon because they're both pretty small. But yeah, that's it for this one. Next up is a series that's huge, and I'm only missing 3 volumes now, and that's going to be 86. I got volumes 4, 5, I think that's 6, yeah, 6, 9, and 10. I'm missing 3, 8, and 7. Well, 3, 7, 8, I should say. And those are like the 3 really hard to find volumes. I have 1 and 2. I got them in my last haul, so I'm just trying to finish out 86 before I start reading it, and it's going to be quite a hard one because 3, 8, 7, and 8 are just like impossible to find. So hopefully I find them soon because I really can't wait. I watched the first 3 episodes of the anime, and I enjoyed it. Usually the first 3 episodes of an anime is a full novel, but for that, the first season is a full novel. So that is crazy to me, and I love how they did that because I feel like a lot of novels could do that. A lot of series could do one series, like 12 episodes on a singular novel, just like the series I'm about to show off right here, which is going to be Eminence in Shadow. I have volumes 1 through 3. This is supposed to come out next Tuesday. I got this at Barnes as well. Very excited to read this, and I could say that there's a lot of stuff that happens in each volume. There's at least 2 arcs in each volume that are quite long, that are at least 100 pages, that I could feel like could go at least 3 episodes by themselves. So I'm going to say this right now. I feel like since I've seen characters in the anime trailer that I legitimately have not met inside Eminence novels, I hope it's 24 episodes, because that means it's probably going to be meeting them in this novel, because I have not yet met 2 of the Shadow Garden, 2 of the 7. So I'm going to say this right now. Hopefully it is 24 episodes, so it doesn't feel too fast-paced, because I feel like if they don't do that, they only do like an episode for stuff, it's going to feel very fast-paced, and I'll be very sad, because this novel is amazing. If you have yet to read it, it is a very good comedy, yet political and serious series at the same time. Basically, the whole entire cast know what's going on, and not the main character. It's just so, it's hilarious. If you have yet to read Eminence yet, really good. It is one of those Yen Press ones that has a slipcover and it is a blank cover, so you can read it in public without looking weird, because I know a lot of novel covers kind of look weird. This is not one of them. Really enjoy it. Very highly suggest this one. Now, the next one I have yet to read, but I got this because it just looks and sounds so cool. It's called Ishura. It's basically after the hero defeats the Demon Lord. It's after that era, and they're having a battle royale to see who's the next Demon Lord and hero. That just sounds crazy to me. That premise just sounds insane. The illustrations in this novel also like look really nice in my eyes. They kind of look like sketches, but not at the same time. Like, I really like how they look, and I cannot wait to read this. I know the second one comes out in August, so I have some time before I can start reading this one, because I like reading novels in like 1 to 2 kind of volume spans, and I cannot wait to read Ishura. It is a very thick boy volume, so this is probably going to take me as much time as like 2 volumes, because it is 425 pages. So yeah, cannot wait to get into this, and I cannot wait for volume 2. And one I did read, even though I did read this one, and that's going to be The Girl I Saved on That Train That Day, turned out to be my childhood best friend novel too. I was going to say Train, it's way easier to say. The Train novel is amazing. I really like it. I don't know how I feel about the last chapter, which is 2 pages, but if it's done well in novel 3, I won't hate it, but I just don't know how I feel about it yet, because we only have 2 pages with that ending. But I'm going to say this right now. This novel was fantastic. I really like the developments we have with a lot of the cast. I really like how it really kind of showed me how much I like other characters, as well as Fushimi as main girl. And I think that my favorite girl is probably Torigoe at this point. I don't know, it's really hard, but I'm going to say Torigoe. But it's a really good series. I highly suggest this novel. It's one of those rom-com novels. It kind of reminds me of a little bit of Snafu, not really. Main character is dense as hell, and he even admits it, and it's very funny, very good. And yeah, I just like it a lot. Next one I did pick up is Dragon Ceremony, novel 1 and novel 2. I haven't read this one yet because I wanted to wait till novel 2 came out, and I just got novel 2. So I'm probably going to read this after I read Eminence 4. Then I want to read Haruhi at some point, because I do have all Haruhi and I never read it. There's a lot of novels I do want to read. Ishura is one of them, but I know I have some time for that. And I know I want to read this soon, because it just seems interesting to me. And also the illustrations do pique my interest on this one as well. The illustrations look nice. And yeah, it just has a nice spine. If you can't tell, the colors are actually slightly different, so hopefully that means they're going to be multicolored texts, but they probably won't. It's just probably just like a little bit of an accident. Yeah, really excited to get into this, and I cannot wait for novel 3, which I don't know when it comes out, but I'm going to be reading these hopefully before then. Now, this is the second to last series I did pick up, and this is going to be The Empty Box and Zeroth of Maria, novel 1. I do want to wait till I get 3, 4, and 5 before I do read this, because I do have 1, 2, 6, and 7. 3, 4, and 5 are kind of hard to find. Mostly volume 3, it's impossible to find. Hopefully Yen Press reprint these, because I hear amazing things about this novel. But I don't know. Hopefully they do, because I really want to get into this one. It's really highly rated, and that's really just everyone who's read it tells me it's really good. So hopefully I enjoy it, and hopefully I can find those volumes before, you know, they're like $1 million each, because that's just gonna be my luck, where I'm gonna find them, but they're only gonna be like $750, and I'm gonna be like, I hate my life. I wish I got these for cheap, but I didn't. So yeah, that's one thing I want to get for this. And then the last thing is going to be the Executioner and Her Way of Life novels 1 through 4. I was talking to my friend Ritu on Discord, and he was actually gonna pick this up with me, but I actually kind of got Right Stuff out of stock for these. I ordered these, and right after I ordered these on Right Stuff, volumes 2 and 3 just completely went out of stock on Right Stuff, because I bought the last ones, So for you two, if you're watching this, just get trolled, mate. But I did get volume 4 at Barnes because I did find it early. But yeah, I cannot wait to read these. This is something I've been wanting to read, and I was waiting for volume 4 to come out. And I was also reading Eminence at the time, and I don't really like reading multiple novels at once. Kind of just like doing one at a time, because it feels like I'm not overburdened by reading too much at the same time. And yeah, this is gonna be one of them I want to read soon. There's a lot I want to read soon, so there's a lot of time I have to spend reading novels. But yeah, I'm very excited to continue into a bunch of these novels and start a bunch of these novels, including this one, because I did see a bunch of clips from episode 1, and it seems super sick, but I know the animation for some things looks terrible, so I'm not gonna watch it. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this haul for this month. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope I see you guys next time. Peace!